Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Anin Day, and I'm Dean of the University of Washington Information School. It's my great pleasure to welcome you this afternoon to the iSchool 2020 Convocation. I hope you're all following along on social media as you watch this broadcast. Be sure to use the hashtag iSchoolConvocation, all one word. Follow along on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and help our graduates celebrate their accomplishments today. I want to thank all of you who are here today, joining us to celebrate this momentous occasion from wherever and whenever you are in the world. I know today's event is not happening in the way that any of us envisioned it would be at the start of the year. Thank you from everyone at the iSchool and the University of Washington, and most importantly, today's graduating class for being here. I know it won't have the same effect given that we're all on mute, but wherever you are, please stand up and join me. I encourage you to be very loud and overly effusive. After all, you're not in public, in giving a huge round of applause to the Information School class of 2020. I hope that all of you are watching from places all over the world, and you were able to attend our virtual capstone event last week. Students, thank you for pouring your passions and skills into your projects. I was blown away by what you accomplished and received wonderful feedback from our sponsors, alumni, and faculty. I hope you'll come back in future years to celebrate the accomplishments of the next class, reconnect with your faculty and friends, and even sponsor capstones of your own. One of my favorite things about Capstone is that it is a moment when the iSchool comes together to learn about the work that each other has done. We need moments like this, particularly after a year like this. During difficult times, I take solace in being part of a community like the iSchool. Not only do we support and celebrate each other, but we are collectively a network of change makers. People who know that information and technology can change lives, and people with the drive and expertise to transform the world around us. Students, you are social conscious innovators. You are problem solvers. You are social justice warriors. You are leaders. You push the boundaries of what's possible to make the world a better place. Graduates, it has been a busy year and an especially memorable spring quarter. I really cannot begin to express the pride I have in all of you for overcoming ongoing challenges and striving for excellence these past several months. Prior to the pandemic, I knew the iSchool had an exceptional community. Students, faculty, staff, alumni, partners, family, and so many others. A community of people who are passionate about the work we do here and the students who are part of our programs. Throughout the past several months, my appreciation for our community has grown immensely. Thank you to all the students for the support and care you've shown each other, and to the faculty, staff, and alumni for your compassion, counsel, and mentorship, and especially to the family and friends for everything that you have done to support our graduates this past quarter and beyond. I want all of our graduates to join me now in thanking those who have been part of your academic journey. Maybe you're lucky enough to be in the same room with them and you can give them a hug, or maybe you shout out their names aloud or just picture them in your mind in silent acknowledgement. At times of celebration, we often think of those who are unable to join us. This year, that list includes 3 members of our iSchool community. Allison Carlisle, an inaugural faculty member of the Information School, Casey Tran, one of our informatics students and an IUGA officer, and Evan Zhao, an informatics student who would have graduated today. I also want to specifically recognize and remember those lost due to COVID-19 or police violence, including George Floyd, Ahmaud Arbery, and Breonna Taylor. Please join me in a brief moment of silence to remember these individuals and any loved ones unable to be with us today. To steal a line from a famous song, it's times like these you learn to live again. That's what we've all had to do, both in coping with the losses to our iSchool community and in coping with recent and ongoing challenges with race and equity. We've had to learn a new way to live. As part of that, we've had to learn what information to trust, who not to trust, and we're bombarded with misinformation, disinformation from politicians, state actors, and the media. We need information professionals now more than ever. Graduates, we need all of you more than ever. We need voices we can trust and believe in more than ever. And that brings me to our keynote speaker for today's convocation event. I'm going to introduce him, and then we'll present some awards to some very deserving students, and then we'll do what you all showed up for. We'll graduate some students. But now I have the great privilege of introducing our keynote speaker. When we think about trusted voices, someone who understands the transformation that Seattle has gone through and the importance of information professionals in today's world, we can think of Frank Blevin, our keynote speaker. Frank A. Blevin is the publisher of the Seattle Times and CEO of the Seattle Times Company. A fourth-generation member of the Blevin family, which has owned the newspaper since 1896, Blevin has worked in journalism for more than 50 years and has seen the industry change. When he first became the publisher in 1985, the entire operation revolved around printing. With the print world shrinking over the last 35 years, now 40% of the Times readership is digital. Today, the Seattle Times is one of the few local, independent, and mission-based metro newspapers in the country. Blevin believes in public education. He argues that free, high-quality public education is a prerequisite for a successful democracy. He has donated significant amounts to educational institutions and helped create the 2-year Greater Good campaign, a movement against the state legislature's defunding of public higher education. Blevin has won awards for significant long-term contributions to diversity and has helped lead the Seattle Times to 11 Pulitzer Prizes, including one this year for its national reporting on its year-long coverage of the 2 deadly crashes of Boeing 737 MAX jet. Please join me in welcoming our keynote speaker, Mr. Frank Blevin.
Thank you for that kind introduction, Dean Day. I'm really flattered to be here addressing you all today. The work you will be doing when you leave academia is going to be across many fields and professions. Collectively, you'll make a positive difference in how people are going to digest, interpret, and act upon information. Your work is incredibly important to our future, to our democracy, and to the American dream. In one form or another, you all and I are in the same business and share the same mission. The business is news and information. The mission is to use one of your iSchool taglines is to make information work. Make it work by equipping the American public with an understanding of real news and fact-based information, and the ability to select credible information and identify credible sources. How important is our work? Frankly, we are the essential workers critical to whether our 200-year-plus experiment in an egalitarian democracy will survive. The control, distribution, accuracy, and manipulation of information will determine our destiny. We are at a dangerous moment in time when our once vaunted local free press system is fast failing, and our once promising internet has turned into a non-democratic tool by a new breed of unregulated monopolists. Make no mistake, the fight is to save our local free press system, to bring public service mandates to the internet monopolies, and to create information literacy. This will determine if and how long our self-government and the American dream of inclusion and equal opportunity for all will prevail. There are 3 truths all societies and forms of government have that power and wealth will relentlessly seek 3 things: more power, more wealth, and information control. When the majority of citizens are excluded from meaningful, credible, non-manipulated information and excluded from decent opportunities to participate economically, their disenfranchisement will eventually destabilize our democracy. Societal fault lines and inequities in America today are intolerably deep and wide. The main ones include wealth, education, opportunity, justice, and information. What we do in the near term will determine if our self-government experiment will last. Can we save the local free press system? And can we reform the internet? These are the questions we must seek answers to every day. The foundation of America's democracy is our local free press system, a foundation which has a dual purpose: to nurture vibrant and civically engaged communities across the country while collectively creating a national consciousness. Prior to 2000, we still had, for the most part, a collection of local newspapers, large and small, with newsrooms producing robust, relevant content to feed their print and digital news platforms. That system is a shadow of its former self today. Seattle is one of the few major exceptions, thanks to a local mission-based public service stewardship and to an incredibly supportive community. Through the last 40 years, absentee financial money managers have taken control of most newspapers, in the process destroying the paper's ability to serve their communities and creating a vast collection of news deserts and ghost newspapers. Without an available viable local newspaper, local civic engagement has been undermined as people turn to the two main news cable networks and Facebook, a prescription for reduced civic engagement, fake news, and fault line tribalism. The rise of the internet held much promise and in many areas delivered, but not in the news and information realm. Our failure to place public service mandates on the internet has been disastrous. It has undermined the free press by monopolizing the ability to adapt to a profitable content and advertising model. It has become dominated by monopolistic platforms that have undermined the credibility of all information and often turned civic discussions into baseless, inaccurate, and tasteless diatribes. Is there hope? You bet, but there has to be a will. Winston Churchill famously said, "Never waste a crisis." Today, we have four major crises not to waste: the pandemic health crisis, the calamitous economic crisis, the fall election crisis, and the free press crisis. It is hard to imagine we can cope with the first three if we don't address the free press crisis. Local newsroom employment is imploding and ghost newspapers are becoming the norm. Misinformation is in full bloom. Congress can literally use this crisis season to save our free press system and recreate the local mission-based community stewardship which underpins democracy. For more details, Bing or Google, Save the Free Press Initiative. What has been created with the University of Washington Information School and all the disciplines and collaborations under the umbrella is truly extraordinary. The social benefit of your work now and into the future will be immense. You are soldiers for democracy, civility, and truth. Remember, don't squander any crises. Congratulations on your success, and thank you for the privilege of sharing these thoughts with you.
Thank you, Frank, for that wonderful keynote. And now we'd like to present the Student Awards for this year. The awards will be presented by the respective chairs of each program, and the Student Awards will be presented by the student organization representatives.
Hello, I am Rachel Beckham, and I am one of the co-presidents of the Association of Library and Information Science Students. I'm excited to be representing the MLIS student body in introducing this year's winners of the 21st Century Award. The 21st Century Award is presented to two graduating Masters of Library and Information Science students, nominated and voted for by fellow classmates who best embody the future of library and information science. This award captures the spirit of our continually evolving field as we envision it in the future, a future that will be created by all of the graduating students. So to begin, our 2020 residential recipient is a hardworking student who goes above and beyond to try and make everyone's experience and the MLIS program a great one. She is active with professional organizations, all while working full-time at the Gallagher Law Library. This student is also currently the iSchool liaison to the Law Librarians of Puget Sound. Her peers say that she is always willing to help out other students no matter how much she has going on, and that she works hard not only for herself, but her peers and the entire UW community. Because she embodies the future of LIS, it gives me great pleasure to introduce the residential winner of this year's 21st Century Award, Pearl McCree-Well. As for our online recipient, this student was nominated for their passion for social justice values, their leadership, and their service. The student has been an active voice for online students, acting as the diversity officer and the online representative in ALIS, and as the facilitator for the iStamp program. They are described as doing the much needed work to strengthen the relationships between current and former students and colleagues in the MLIS community. Because they embody the future of LIS, I'm thrilled to introduce the online winner of this year's 21st Century Award, Sam Beekler. Congratulations to Pearl, Sam, and the rest of the MLIS graduates. Thank you.
The winner of the Archer Award for a full-time MSIM student in the one-year program goes to a student who has shown exemplary display of leadership and commitment towards a vision of the information management field. She has been an invaluable and beloved member of the iSchool community, and her peers describe her as hardworking, compassionate, and a remarkable leader. The Archer Award for a full-time MSIM student in the one-year program goes to Hannah Gavin.
Hello and greetings to you all. I am Sneha Upadhyay, and as the AIMS incoming Vice President for the MSIM class of 2021, it is my extreme pleasure to announce this year's full-time 2-year Archer Award recipient. This award winner was an example of leadership and dedication to the information school. While juggling her responsibilities as a data analyst, she equally rocked by being an outstanding student and the president of the AIMS student body government. Please join me in congratulating this year's full-time 2-year MSIM Archer Award recipient, Ms. Nadia Aziz. We thank you for your leadership and dedication.
Hello and greetings to you all. I'm Eddie Tui, and as the incoming AIMS mid-career representative for the MSIM class of 2021, it's my distinguished honor to announce this year's mid-career Archer Award recipient. This award winner was a tremendous example of leadership and dedication to the information school and the field itself. As a full-time program manager at Amazon, an outstanding student, and truly the rock of the AIMS student body government, it's hard to imagine someone more worthy of this award than her. To quote American philosopher and professor Dr. Joanne Tulia, "Leadership is not a person or a position. It is a complex moral relationship between people based on trust, obligation, commitment, emotion, and a shared vision of the good." Our award winner embodies that spirit as she sought ways to foster the AIMS community through listening to fellow students, demonstrating passion and commitment via coordination of activities like the popular Friendsgiving event last year, and budgeting for grocery vouchers to give away to MSIM community during these challenging times. And by the way, she also stepped up to fill the AIMS vice president position when it was vacated last year. So please join me in congratulating this year's mid-career Archer Award winner, Emily Baget. Thank you for your leadership and dedication.
Hello, friends, family, and members of the iSchool community. Each year, the Informatics Undergraduate Association presents the Eisenberg Award to a graduating informatics student who has showcased their passion for information and technology and has made significant contributions within our community. This year, I am very proud to present the 2020 Eisenberg Award to Preeti Patel. During her time at the iSchool, Preeti has paved a unique path for herself. She has been actively involved as part of Tech++, as the VP of Marketing for the cybersecurity group ISACA, and as a researcher for accessibility in gaming with the Gamer Group. In addition, she has been a FIG leader and a teaching assistant for several cybersecurity courses, where she says the best part is helping students be the best they can be. Preeti is passionate, intelligent, and approachable. Her peers say, and I quote, "I have no doubt that Preeti is destined to leave the world not only a better place than she found it, but a kinder one." After graduation, Preeti hopes to continue working on accessibility in gaming, and she wants to give back to the kind community in informatics as a professional. Congratulations, Preeti, and thank you for your constant dedication to the iSchool community. Before signing off, I wanted to say one more huge congrats to the entire informatics class of 2020. As your classmate, I am constantly amazed by the warmth, passion, and grit each of you has shown in your time here at the iSchool. From me and from the rest of the IUCA team,
congrats! The Ruth Worden Award for Student Excellence in Library and Information Science, named for the first full-time faculty hired for the UW Library School in 1926, is awarded to one MLIS student per year. I'd like to tell you about this year's recipient in the words of some of the faculty who have worked with her during her time in the iSchool. Carol Palmer notes of this student, "She is one of those rare students who is truly making the most of what the information school can offer to pursue her passion to make information open, equitable, and accessible for everyone. In her role as the research assistant on the Open Data Literacy Project, she has applied herself completely at every turn, taking initiative and welcoming responsibilities that would deter most students." Trent Hill says, "She's thoughtful, progressive, and a wonderful colleague for both faculty and students. I'm hoping that she goes on to PhD work as well." Helene Williams writes, "She came into the program ready to lead. Her experience in the corporate workplace, coupled with her curiosity about the possibilities of LIS, has made her an exceptional student and A-list president. During the pandemic, she didn't hesitate to step up and volunteer and has been extremely communicative in a productive way to students and faculty alike." Chance Hunt says that she is engaged, wants to help, and seeks a positive change. She has shown resilience, capability, empathy, and a readiness to thrive. And finally, Joe Tennis says that she shows amazing leadership and passion focused on doing what is right. So please join me in congratulating Caitlin Throgmorton as this year's Ruth Worden Award recipient.
On behalf of the iSchool faculty and the MSIM Program Committee, I am delighted to present this year's recipients of the Faculty Award for MSIM Student Excellence. This award is presented every year to MSIM students who demonstrate academic excellence, principled leadership, and social responsibility. This year, the faculty selected 3 recipients from an exceptional pool of nominees, and trust me, that was no easy task. The first recipient of the Faculty Award for MSIM Student Excellence is Troy Hilton from the mid-career cohort. Troy not only excelled in the classroom and his pursuits of interdisciplinary work across campus, he also made great contributions to the iSchool. He served on the MSIM Program Committee, mentored his peers, and assisted the faculty in their transition to remote learning during COVID-19. He was an advocate for his peers and paid special attention to creating equity and inclusion in the program. Thank you, Troy, for modeling the ideal MSIM mid-career student. The second recipient of the Faculty Award is an early career student leader, Tasha Lin. Tasha's work ethic and diligence are exemplary. She illustrates what it means to be fully immersed in a new discipline and undergo a true professional transformation. Her leadership of ISACA and contributions to the MSIM program were invaluable. Her leadership is authentically displayed and apparent to her instructors and peers. She is a true servant leader who epitomizes the ideal information leader. Congratulations, Tasha. Toram Purti is the third recipient of the Faculty Award for MSIM Student Excellence. Toram is an exceptional intellectual. He has an undeniable passion for learning and challenging himself to explore diverse and complex information management topics. He has a genuine interest in helping his peers and assumed several teaching assistance roles over the years. He's exemplary in modeling MSIM program core values. Toram wishes to continue his studies of equitable technologies to serve society in the future. We wish him luck and congratulations to him.
Each year, we solicit nominations from faculty for the Faculty Award for Student Excellence. This recognizes a student who demonstrates scholarly excellence in class or in research, who supports the informatics learning community, and who leads through service. This year, we had more than a dozen nominations of outstanding students, each contributing in one or more of these ways. But there was one student that truly stood out amongst all of these nominees for their passionate leadership, support of our community, and their scholarly excellence. This student planned numerous outreach efforts that increased the diversity of our programs. This student supported their peers through our peer advising program, and this student was an outstanding learner, fully engaging in the richness of our curriculum. This year's awardee is Ava Perez. Congratulations, Ava. We're so excited to give you this award.
We will now recognize candidates for the several programs that make up the Information School. Each group of graduates will be presented by the chairs for that program.
The Information School would like to recognize the 2020 candidates for the Doctor of Philosophy in Information Science.
Congratulations, Dr. Sonu Mishra, on completing your PhD dissertation titled Designing Technologies to Support Patient Engagement in the Hospital. It has been such a pleasure to be your PhD advisor and watch you blossom into an amazing leader and researcher. Your work on helping patients learn how to help themselves and make changes to their lives to have safer and better healthcare will be valuable to everyone in the future. Thank you.
Thank you for your hard work and dedication, Lasana, in completing your PhD. The title of Dr. Magasa's dissertation is I'm Not Computer Savvy, a look into the everyday digital literacy levels of formerly incarcerated people using a novel, holistic digital literacy framework. Lasana, in these kind of challenging and special days in America, the completion of your PhD makes me really, really proud of you. It makes me also proud of the school for being able to give us this inclusive space and creative space for doing those things that we've done together. Only after a few years of working together, I really realized and understood the long journey that you've gone through and overcome the different challenges that came through your way. You came to the iSchool to do something meaningful to society, to the communities around you. And I say now, Lasana, it's time for you to fly, to do something good in other places, in other communities. Go and use your knowledge and expertise that you've gained in the school. And I'm sure that you'll do good. It's been an honor to mentor you, Lasana. Thank you, and good luck.
Thank you for your hard work and dedication, Dostanai, in pursuing your PhD. The title of Dostanai's dissertation is Advancing Computer Science Education, Explicitly Training Metacognition and Self-Regulation. It's been incredible to watch your transformation from someone passionate about students' problem solving and programming to one of the world's leading experts on the topic. I can't wait to see what you're going to investigate next. I'm sure that I and others will be citing it for decades to come. Good luck with your transition to faculty life. I'll be there to help you whenever you need it.
Thank you for your hard work and dedication, Mike. The title of Mike's dissertation is Algorithmic Reputation, Risk, Reason, and Information Justice. I first met Mike when he was a master's student, way back in the fall of 2012. It's been a long and hopefully rewarding journey. On behalf of the Supervisory Committee, congratulations, Mike.
As the MLIS Program Chair, I'd like to offer my sincerest congratulations to the iSchool's 2020 LIS graduates. You have persisted and shown resilience even through a pandemic and social upheaval that has impacted all of us. We are counting on you to use all the resources you've gained at the iSchool and more to contribute to a better world. We will now present this year's candidates for the Master of Library and Information Science.
Eric Bishop, Rebecca Aisha Brown, Victoria Bryant, Sam Beekler, Kay Kadena, Veronica Churchill, Michelle Letitia Clark, Laurel Hopper Conant, Emmeline Cotter, Lillian Caranzi, Sierra Divins, Rebecca Doxford, Claire Eldridge Burns, Samuel L. Falk, Emily Griffin, Michelle Grinstead, Sarah Harrington, Rhea Harris, Joan Hua, Erica Houston, Minyoung Jo, Ellen Namaka Oke Aloha Kamoy, Sydney Rose Kruger,
Sophia Marciniak, Zoanna Mayhook, Christina McCall, Pearl Amelia McCrae Well, Andrew McKenna Foster, Ruth Metzler, Kate Miller, Megan K. Mitchell, Miranda K. Montez, Darcy Nadell, Christopher Tillman Neal, Sarah Mae O'Brien Scott, Kristen Orth, Kaylee J. Osowski, Carolyn Rose Osler, Gisela Parker, Julianne D. Peeling, Maureen Quinlan, Carly Reinecke, Lena R. Ricci, Amanda S. Robb, Jessica L. Robbins, Catherine Roche Sudar, Hannah Marie Rosine, Maria Elena Ruiz Olide, Keely Russell, Amy Schmidt, Kylie Snyder, Caitlin Stewart, Veronica Talley, Menica Thuru, Brooke Thomas, Caitlin Throgmorton, Mackenzie L. Trotter, Kirkland Van Irven, Hannah White, Su Chi Ye, Caroline Yaus, Yu Chi Zhang,
Dumela, and congratulations to the 2020 MSIM program graduates. We applaud your accomplishments and revel in the resiliency and grace you have shown while completing your degree. It is my honor and privilege to present the iSchool's data-driven, socially conscious information leaders, this year's candidates for the Master of Science in Information Management.
Vishnampet Jagannathan Kamala, Trisha Kumar Asar, Emily Budget, Ishita Bandari, Boya Tsao, Anuj Chiplunker, Li Hua Deng, Miloni Ashish Desai, Ashritha D'Souza, Maeve Edstrom, Michelle Eaton, Shanju Fan, Wen Xianfei, Allison Ford, Hannah Jo Gavin, Ziyu Guo, Irfan Haider, Eric Jeong Ki Hong, Saili Suresh Jadav, Pranit Jeswal, Sejal Anil Kumar Khatri, Vishal Amarlal Khatri, Kiranmayi Konda Lakshmi Chandra, Sayali Rajiv Kulkarni, Prakirna Kumar, Shreya Mary Kuravila, Roxine Jiansin Lee, Jiamin Lee, Tasha Lin, Yijun Lin, Shangrun Liu, Celia Louie, Jordan Lucas, Yue Liu,
Mayuresh Ram Mali, Mansi Mehrotra, Ankita Mahesh Mehta, Apurva Sanjay Mehta, Jun Yi Meng, Krutika Mohanty, Harpreet Singh Nanre, Aditya Harish Nayak, Alexander McCutcheon Osuch, Varun Pradeep Panikkar, Clarissa Pendleton, Amanda Marie Phillips, Turam Purti, Shreyas Guruvanahali Samasundar, Chishen Chen, Hrishika Shetty, Anjali Kumari Singh, Ashwin Srinivas, Shriti Tayal, Tracy Taylor, Prasad Vilas Thakur, Manas Tripathi, Zhu Han Wang, Ju Wu, Nai Shan Shang, Huan Yu She, Shi Tong She, Tianxi Yang, Wen Yue In, Bethel Gide Zagaya, Rahul Rajaram Zende, Yu Chen Zhang, Wenjun Yu,
We will now present this year's candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Informatics. But before we do, I want to say how proud I am of each of you for your hard work, your resilience, and your creativity. It's a challenging world out there, but I know you're going to do great things in it.
Christopher Conrad Forbes, Anna Block, Yuting Huang, Monica Lopez Perez,
Madeline Page Ross, Yu Sun,
Patricia Ann Hoy, Viraj Bansal, Robert Samuel Kiawakwa Lin,
Mohammed H. Mohammed,
Akila Bamidipati, Alexander Jason Davis, Yasmin Hijazi, Rongbin Lee,
Ayan Anand Kumar Saraf,
Keldon Lin,
Emma Xia,
Simran Kota,
Lucas J. Wu, Anshul Madapa Kambaranda, Chu Tao Zhang,
Karen Chan,
Thoa Nguyen, Yi Ning Wang,
Nicole Brittany Brennick,
Kateka Seth,
Justin Chow, Jessica Danielle Bassa, Jenny Ting Yang,
Savannah Yi,
Wijia Li, Shiva Rithwik Anem, Ishin Ong, Ibrar Aslam, Kyle Jagish Avalani, William Ian Bowers, Jonathan Ray Cady, Joshua T. Canton, Manjia Shen, Xinyu Chen, Dayang Chang, Cresta A. Desposado, Zhao Cheng Guo, Carmelito Romero Gutierrez, Edward Halim, Larissa Ho, Marcus Tagwang Huang, Tracy T. Huynh, Ye Sung In, Rio Anthony Ishii, Haewon Kim, William Wei Wah Kwok, Allison W. Lee, Daniel Kyung-Hoon Lee, Xiang Lee, Crystal Lian, James Yu Kwan Lin,
Nathan Solomon Magdalera, Pranita Mantravadi, Brian A. Maxwell, Lillian Buru, Phoebe Gosho Ng, Chad Akira Ota, Ava Christina Perez, Ren Chu, Austin Joseph Quach, Ali Assad Rafiq, Harim Sanchez, Amelia Martine Scholl, Lauren Kathleen Smith, Emily K. Tao, Kathy Lee Tran, Ashley Varma, Christopher Takeshi Vitalis, Jamie Kiok Walker, Jia Yu Wang, Even Shine Whitcomb, Kylie Alyssa Wong, Stanley Zhong Ye Wu, Jung Vin Yam, Yu Wan Yoon, Haley Justina Younghusband,
Autumn Elise Durr,
Yu Fei Zhou,
Simran Bahatia, Samuel Jonathan Buxton, Daniel Pierce Cave, Hee Yon Huang, Naveen Janarthanan, Kevin Bradley Gerold, Andrea Marie Kuzer, Nabed Krishnamurthy, Chong Yu Lee, Eric Lin, Catherine Fuang Lu,
Monil Sunil Parak, Anant Rajiv, Pooja Shri Ramanathan, Aditya Ramani, Saiprasana Ranganathan, Saurabh Singh Sira, Anish Vilagapudi, Rachel A. Vu, Vincent Richie Wijaya, Chu Chen In, Javaria Youssef,
He Chen,
Akash Hitesh Shah,
Ryan Bui Dang, Alexis Jungwoo Choi, Wai Quan Chao, Junbin Huang,
Hyung Sok Na, Vineeth Sai Narajala, Thea Kwan Tai, Tyler T. Van Brocklin,
Caitlin Cameron, Calvin Chen, Wobin Chen, Laura Xiaolan Freeman, Robert Gertz, Phuong Kok Min Lee, ZK Lin,
Andre Magallanes, Mark Anthony Puño, Vanalee Ruiz, Zajan Aaron Santos, Tusin Angela Shen, Ku Chun Sun, Alyssa Trong, Kevin T. Nguyen, Ansel Sinha, Preeti Janak Patel,
Bradley Ignatius Balance, James Sungjin Kim.
On behalf of the Information School, I wholeheartedly congratulate each of you on the effort and dedication you have shown in completing your degrees. Today, all of you join an alumni community of peers that are doing amazing things for their institutions and community. I know that you will inspire them and learn from them, and I can't wait to see what you will all accomplish. I know that you are celebrating your graduation at a time of great uncertainty, and that the future you envisioned even just a few months ago might seem unattainable. But there's never been a time when information science and the concept of information has been more important. The upcoming election, ongoing health concerns, increasing reliance on public libraries as spaces for community building and digital equity and access, the vast growth in data science, the rise of social media, the list goes on. Information plays a key role in every type of organization and will continue to do so for a long time. Each of you brings incredibly valuable skills with you into the workforce and to the causes you wish to affect. The iSchool is a community of change makers, and this is a period of time when we are going through an incredible amount of change. In times of great adversity, there are huge opportunities to make a difference, and I know that all of you have the passion and the skills to do just that. Your sense of purpose is so much more than what is written in a job description. We desperately need your information skills and your sense of purpose. This is the time for bold measures, and you are the graduates who can take them. Go out and shape the world as only an information school graduate can. I'm going to end with a challenge for each of you. Create a future so good that we couldn't possibly deserve it. I wish you all the best of luck. I wish you all the greatest of successes, and I wish you the most happiness. Congratulations to each of you.
On behalf of the iSchool's advancement team, we want to say congratulations.
You're now a member of the iSchool alumni community.
Stay connected, stay involved.
To welcome you to the alumni community, expect your grad pack in the mail in mid-July. Congratulations!
From all of us in academic services,
Congratulations!
To all future data scientists,
network and system engineers,
web and mobile developers,
cybersecurity and backend developers,
project managers and UX designers,
IT managers and CIOs. iSchool IT says, congratulations!
From the iSchool Dean's Office
and Faculty Administrative Services.
Congratulations, iSchool Class of 2020.
Woo! Go Huskies!
So we're on again. So I'll count down and then you can go. So 3, 2, 1.
Okay, so what are we doing now?
It's a virtual competition.
We're saying congratulations, class of 2020.
Congratulations, class of 2020.
Congratulations, class of 2020. And the iSchool is my school. iSchool is my school. Hey, yay! Woo!
You did it!
Woo! Go class 2020.
Are we done? Can we go home now?
Marina really wants that in there.
I'm not sure Dora said anything. Did you say anything?
I did. I didn't hear Dora. I didn't know what is it called? You should check the recording. I didn't hear Dora and I didn't hear Ty.
Student Services congratulates the class of 2020. You might know you're an iSchool alum if
you were doing Zoom before it was cool.
You use the letter I as a prefix, such as the iSchool, iLounge, or iCareers.
You stopped by Student Services just to visit the Candy Bowl.
You celebrated getting an ad code.
You came to the iLounge looking for free pizza.
You went to the iSchool Career Fair or the Library Expo just for the free swag.
You're fond of antelopes or documents. I'm not really sure which.
You frequently talk about the issues and the intersection between people, information, and technology.
you know how to navigate the hidden stairwells of MGH.
You know the difference between misinformation and disinformation.
You lost sleep over Capstone. You have an elevator pitch to tell us what is an iSchool and what you study there. Congratulations to the class of 2020, the next generation of information leaders.
Congratulations, high school class of 2020.